So this is GRIZZBUHG. So I thought it was a male because everything online said that the males have no white dot in the middle of their black dot, and this one has no white dot. But a week ago, almost a week and a half, laid an ootheca on her branch, and so I put it in the fridge for now while I decide whether I want to let this invasive species have babies that initially will eat garden bugs, but in the long run will be hungry enough to eat hummingbirds and baby birds. So I'm thinking on it. She got finished eating 4 mealworms, and the fourth one, its poop fell out of its body and it's currently sticking to her head like some kind of a headdress. And I've raised the small species, not this one. I forget what the other one's name is, and always enjoyed watching them go through their different stages and shedding. But she's not going to shed anymore, and man, it's really hard watching her eat bugs alive and having to purchase them, you know, and especially the crickets. They're cute when they're little. It's just hard watching it. I'm wondering if she's gonna clean a poop on her head. Dumb thing. She's pretty, awfully pretty. But when I found out they eat little baby birds and hummingbirds, and I saw videos of them, I just didn't like the idea. I thought I liked them better than I actually do. I think I'd rather have a spider, like especially a jumping spider. They're cute and they have personality. In the videos I've watched on them, they can, oh, they hear like these do. These can hear. Mantids can hear from an ear they have, I think, on their abdomen somewhere. Or they have, bugs have ears in different places than humans do, but jumping spiders are a lot more emotionally connected. These are not really affectionate at all. They're like little killing machines. To me, she's like a bear. When she grabs food, she grabs it like a cat. Like just snags it with her nail, you know, like snag it. And then eats it. And one of the little mealworms was gonna bite her. It did bite her, but she just smashed its head in her claws and says, "No, you're not." She's like a mountain lion. Look at her licking herself in her tree, stalking things with her poop on her head. That's not her poop. It's somehow when she was eating it from the middle, she eats the mealworms from the middle of their bodies, and his little insides just fell out and slid down her cheek and stuck to the top of her head like some kind of a braided ponytail. But normally when she eats a cricket, you know, she goes straight for the throat, and I appreciate her doing that and getting it over with quickly. But I think the mealworms are a little easier on my emotions to feed her because they got these jaws, you know, they're like mean looking, and they snap and they grab and bite stuff. And like, what kind of beetle are you gonna be? I don't try picking her up because this is a more aggressive species, and her in particular, she stabs stuff. If she doesn't like it, she'll stab it. She's the kind, like, if it irritates her, she'll just go kill it. I'm gonna keep her until January or so. I'm just gonna keep her till the end of her life because she should only live until January or so. I thought it was a male. I didn't want to keep a female and be responsible for babies. But after doing research on them, this European one in the US, I'm just not really sure I want to contribute. You know, they kill the native mantises, so I just don't really know that I want to contribute. But then I feel held responsible for the baby, so I have to weigh my conscience out while they're doing their chill. And I suppose if I decide not to, you know, I'll just put them in the freezer and make them real cold till they can't live anymore, and they'll just be asleep already, so they will never know. They'll just go to sleep and they'll never know. It won't be painful. She's kind of funny to watch and looks really hilarious right now with the poop on her head that she's not making any effort to clean off. And I'm wondering if it's gonna dry there. And then she'll have a little like poop ponytail. You know, you see that dot in her arm? I'm not sure if I can get it. See, it's supposed to have a white dot in there, but you know, that's what the female would have, but she doesn't have that. And when I first counted her and looked at her abdomen, she didn't have the curly thing. Maybe because like she was really hungry, like really like undernourished and skinny. And I noticed her belly was getting fatter and fatter, quite a bit like it is right now. And then she laid a big ootheca, and now her belly's getting big again. So I imagine this time it's probably not going to be fertile. It's just going to be a sac, but not a fertile one. And somehow she's managed to lose most of her antenna and entirely the other one. But her poop on her head makes up for it, so she could use that as an antenna. She looks so ethnic now. She's cute. When the light's out, her eyes turn really, really dark, so I imagine that's like the eyelid closed, or the pupil big, because they can't really, you know, once the light comes on, it gets real small and her eyes look all green again. But she just grooms herself just like a cat, you know, licking her fingers and then her claws and then washing her face and licking her claws and washing her face, and just like a cat. But I think she's the way she can eat a cricket is like a grizzly bear. Ugh, just a nightmare to watch, you know? I gotta turn my Bluetooth off. So you'll see my previous video, I have it as a male unless I've edited it. I need to go in and change it to female. But if it's still male when you go watch that one, it's this one here that you're watching. Look at her eyes turning dark now, and I don't want her to peg me, you know. She's got some daggers on her claws, and she uses them. If she can't get the bug by grabbing it, she'll stab it and bring it to herself. Look at the poop on her head. She's oblivious. It looks like a ponytail. I want to try to get closer so you can see her better, but I don't want to get my hand stabbed because she's not 100% friendly. When I was 6 years old, I spent a lot of time from 4 to 6 looking at nature encyclopedias my dad had kept down low where I could get to them. And I had just finished reading all of the article about praying mantis. And my mom was out in the front pulling weeds, and I stepped outside. There was a sidewalk that went straight out to another sidewalk that circled the neighborhood. And I said to her, I wish so much I had a praying mantis. And I continued walking straight from our door on the sidewalk, and there on the left-hand side was this bigger than her, big, I guess it was I don't know what you call a giant. It was in Long Island, Huntington Beach, Long Island, and it was bigger than her. My mom had to run in, and she got gloves and had to put them on to pick it up because it was big. It was like twice the size of this one, and this one's probably about 4 inches long. But she couldn't believe. I no sooner had said, I wish I had a praying mantis, and then there was this gigantic praying mantis on the lawn. So we kept it like a few days, you know, and they told me, don't tell anybody, it's not legal. We're gonna get in trouble. And sure enough, I told my friends. Oh, her poop fell off her head. I just saw it land. Her bug's poop. But anyway, I came home from school and there was no praying mantis, so they had gotten rid of it so they wouldn't get in trouble, because she said the neighbors were asking. You told. There was a big mouth. My mom was strict. She wouldn't let us keep anything. We could look at it and observe it for a while, but we'd always have to let it go. So she wasn't about to keep it. She was not a caring, like, devoted type. I want to tend to this or have this for, you know. She wasn't about to try to take care of a bug. And she probably didn't trust me that I'd probably get hurt by it. Well, I'll make more videos and update how it's gonna go. What's, you know, see how long this one lives. I don't know how long they can, you know, like how long they live the rest of their life out. I'm pretty sure this one was hatched sometime in May, possibly June. She's old enough, you know. But I'll just do updates every once in a while. You guys could get to see her do crazy things. So anyway, I think I'd rather have a jumping spider or a tarantula. Jumping spider I've had before, and they are really adorable and cute, but some of the research I've seen on them, how smart they are and how you can actually make a relationship with them, is absolutely, I loved mine. They were so adorable and sweet. So wouldn't mind having another one of those, and I'd even pay money to get one. But this, I don't know. I used to think these were the most, like, such beautiful. They're beautiful animals, but I ask her every day, like, I don't want to feed you. Why am I feeding you? You're cruel, you're mean, you're vicious, you're heartless and cold, you're ice cold. GRIZZBUHG. You're so ice cold. You're loveless. She's just looking at me. So what? She's probably telling me, I wish you were a bug. Anyway, hope you like these videos.